And this is just a little stand. This is Super Mario. Let's see if you can see it. It's backwards, but yeah, Super Mario. And at least on my screen. I think it might be normal on your screen. But when you press the button, it lights up. In Super Mario, and this is the temporary power up that you get to beat all the bad guys. Like, they can't hurt you at all. I mean, the only way you can die at that point is if you fall down a hole or something like that. But I didn't know that it lit up when I bought it. And so, yay, I was excited about that. Because I do enjoy yep. Still the same. Okay. Just want to make sure. No, I'm not missing anybody's comments. And I also got, because I didn't know what here's the problem with Five Below. They've not been pricing everything. Like, usually they'll have a price underneath it, but sometimes they don't price it. So I'm creating a character sheet, a prototype character sheet for the vacancy. Not the vacancy. I've got so many games going on in my head. The Underbed, where you get to play 80s toys, stuff like this. So the character sheet I want is going to be on notebook paper, and I want to use pen, and kind of like do it like maybe a little food stain, like make it look very rough, like it's something that was maybe even written on a piece of paper that fell on the floor type thing. But also crayons. I want to use crayon art on the actual character sheet, which is going to be notebook paper. And this is the original crayons. And I love that smell of that wax, And I didn't know what price it was. And so we checked it out, and that is $1 exactly. That is cheaper than going to Dollar Tree. That's cheaper than going to, if you get that at Walmart, it's $1.40 something. So if you're needing crayons, and what's so funny, right next to it, it had the crazy art crayons, and then they had like some Lilo and Stitch crayons. Like, man, that's the original stuff right there. That's the good shit. So we got the crayons. So I'll be working on that this week. I need to set up an appointment with my doctor. I usually do a virtual appointment, so I can get a refill on prescriptions. I want to check my current test results that they did a few weeks back. See what's going on there. There's 4 people watching. Hey, good morning. No worries. No worries, Nessa. Good morning. Good to see you. Good to see you pop in. Welcome to the show. Once again, if y'all need to go, great. I just want to have a cup of coffee with you guys, in the morning and chat. So I'll just need to do update because I think I'm running out of, this hellscape that we're going through right now. I saw the other day they're trying to drop Medicaid and try to make people not able to get Medicaid. If I personally do not have my Medicaid, I won't last very long. Just being honest, because the medication that I take cost a lot of money. The insulin that I take is expensive. The medication I take is expensive. So The eye injections I get are expensive. I get every 3 months, I get an eye injection, and in my left eye, my right eye is blind already. Like, as you probably can tell, it's kind of lazy this morning. So don't look at that eye. Look at this one. Sometimes I go the other way, but a lot of times it just stuck over here. And so I'm broken. That's part of my brokenness. If the government shuts down the whole and makes to have to pay through Trump RX, I'm not going to be able to afford it. I will not be able to survive under that. So that's a thing that's in my head. So I'm trying to get as much medical stuff done, which, yes, Michelle, I need to do my colonoscopy. Yes, I need to get that done. It's on the list. It's on the list. I got to get my poo shoot checked. So, and it's not about even doing the procedure. It's finding a doctor that'll do it under Medicaid. Because even though I have Medicaid, that doesn't mean they have a doctor that's willing to take Medicaid. Because a lot of doctors are not taking Medicaid anymore because they don't pay. So that's like, it just makes no sense. Yeah, it just. Yeah, it's so wrong. Yeah, I don't get it either. Yep. Me too, man. Me too. Um, it doesn't make sense, but a lot of stuff that this government is doing isn't making sense. Using the military to invade our cities when there's no reason to. No reason to send military people into our cities. And so much more. There's so much more. I'm not trying to get into that. I'm not trying to get political in here. It's dumb. It's dumb. Dumb people trying to do dumb things. So, we did not have our game last night on Pirate Board. I'm in a regular weekly game of Pirate Board. All of us were tired. And not everybody showed up for the game. So we did not do the game. And that's okay. Sometimes you need a break. I don't know. I know previously we were going to have a in-person game. But I think that things just have changed and schedules have been crazy. And so I think it just was going to be in a GUI game. Yeah. No shade on my GM. But life happens. And that's the reason why it's so hard to get into a local game. It's so hard to find the right people to play the game that you want to play. And we've talked about that a lot of times on the Monkish show, is that there are certain games that we want to play. Like, one of the games I want to play is Oh Gods of the Appalachians. Super creepy show. Podcast. It's creepy. Super creepy podcast. I've listened to a couple of the podcasts and it's just very creepy. It's really well done. If you like scary stuff, check it out. But they made a game based on it. And I own the game. But getting a GM to run it for me, and you're like, why don't you just run it? Well, yeah, I could. But then I got to find players who want to play in said game. And I can't get people to play even in just a basic 5e game, I had to kind of cancel my other 5e game because I had maybe a couple of people that actually made characters, and I had like previously like 6 to 8 people that were wanting to play, and it's like I'm doing all this back work. Once again, it's part of a GM, right? It's part of the thing that GMs do, is we do the back work, right? So you can have a great game. And I'm doing all this work to it, and then it's like no one wanted to do just the basics to create a 5e character, which I need to cancel D&D Beyond because there's no use. There's no use for me using it if we're not going to be using D&D Beyond. I'm not a big fan of it anyway. I just have books there. I have digital books, same for Demiplane. I have Demiplane, and I have the Marvel Multiverse role-playing game books there. It's hosted on Demiplane. But Demiplane, the Marvel Multiverse role-playing game, in my opinion, is not good. It's not good. It doesn't give you that comic book feel that you want to get, and the game mechanics just... It feels like every character is kind of copy and paste. It's rough. So I need to cancel that subscription. Oh no, Nessa. Another time in history. Yeah. It happens. That's one of the reasons why I promote tabletop role-playing games. I love the world that tabletop role-playing games makes, right? I enjoy the camaraderie, the coming together of people. I'm saying you can do that in board games, you can do that in card games, you can dice games, things of that sort. You can do that kind of stuff. But for me, it's whenever you go into your imagination and you go on an adventure, an unknown adventure with friends, using materials, using your piece of paper or a digital piece of paper, and rolling some stuff. I love rolling dice. In fact, here's my fight dice. It's one of my favorite. I'll just try to show you that. There we go. It's from Chess X, and it's blue and silver. The lettering wasn't bright enough not enough contrast. And this is from Chess X. I think I mentioned that. That's my favorite color. My favorite one. That's the first set I can remember purchasing for gaming, was that set from Chess X. And so therefore it's one of my favorites. But having that physical aspect to a game and rolling those dice and seeing the results and reacting in person and problem solving with your friends, for me, it's a different level of gaming that you can't get from a video game, that you can't get from seeing people's faces. I long for that. Eventually, I wouldn't mind doing a game on here, But once again, gathering a group together is hard. It's hard stuff. Hey, Michelle, you gotta go. Fine. Hey, never apologize having to go. Go do what you gotta do, girl. Love you. Appreciate you. I'm almost done with my coffee, so my talks will be last as long as my coffee lasts. So the more you talk to me, the more